TapcoSlate ridge and hip cap fitting. Just like the slates, ridge and hip caps have an embossed exposure gauge. Ridge caps must be fitted at a maximum 7.5 inches exposure, 6 inches for high wind areas. Hip caps must be fitted at a 6-inch exposure. All caps should be secured by 2 fixings using the markers provided and fixed through the cap below. Do not overexpose the caps. 5.5 caps per linear metre at a 7.5 inch exposure and 6 caps per linear metre at a 6-inch exposure. All caps have fixing pre-moulded markers for both standard fixing and Ridgemaster/Hipmaster fixing. As an example of setting the ridge and hip cap exposure gauge to 6 inches, overlay the ridge and hip cap 6-inch exposure line onto the very end of the underlying cap. This creates a 6-inch exposure measurement between the front of the bottom cap to the front of the top cap, creating a watertight seal. Start at one end of the ridge or hip and overlay each cap over the previous cap until the entire ridge or hip is covered. Fix each cap onto the OSB or ridge batten below. All fixings are covered by the next cap. At the end of the run, cut the riven edge of a cap to size to fix over the exposed end fixings and use black pin nails to fix into place. If desired, this end piece can be sculptured with a utility knife to match the riven finish. In colder weather, it is advisable to heat the apex of each ridge before fixing with a hot air gun.